It is a beautiful day. At least I'm gonna say it is. I don't care if it is or not. It's not cold. It's not hot. Somewhere between. Right now. How many over this traffic do I? Because they're very loud. Oh my gosh. I've been doing some things to help me remember more things. I'm going back through my watch history on, say, Netflix and things like that, and re-watching some of the stuff that it says that I've watched that I don't remember. And it's triggering. Like, it's helping me remember things again. Like, I don't know if you've ever met somebody who had amnesia. Amnesia? Yeah, not me. Right? I don't know. I'm forgetting how to talk. But let's say you had a friend who had a traumatic brain injury. Right? Let's just say that. And they lost their memories. How do you get them back? There are ways. Usually involves going back through and doing repeated exercises over and over again of things that they used to do or have trigger items or words or pictures of some kind to help them remember. Like, I don't know. That's something I'll talk to my counselor about next week. If there's a proven method to it, or if it's just not real. Because I want nothing more than to remember everything. And I mean everything. I don't care how painful it was or is to remember it. I want to remember. And I'm getting there. Little bits are coming back here and there, but I don't know if it's from what I'm doing, the exercises that I'm doing, or if my brain's healing. And it does hurt. Okay, it does hurt. There's swelling. I can feel it swelling in my head. And yeah. See, the swelling or shrinking. I don't know which one. I don't care if it shrinks. It'll be fine. All I know is it hurts. And to be honest with you, I don't really know what to talk about anymore. And it's going to take some time for me to finish doing my research on that subject that we were talking about yesterday. I'm going to tell you, this is crazy talk. Because I feel bad for a younger generation that's starting to get into it. Because they're going to get lost in it. It's going to be something. It's going to be a deep rabbit hole for them to dig back out of. If they can. If they find a way back out of it. And they don't do something that is irreversible. There have been people who have dug down this rabbit hole and they found something they didn't. I don't know. They found something and then they unalived themselves and took their information with them. Which brings more conspiracy theories. Oh my gosh, what did they find? We don't know. Because they don't leave a paper trail. It's all on their brain. And then they unalive themselves and they take it with them. They didn't find anything. That's the thing you guys gotta understand. They didn't find anything. This is all crazy talk. And by the end of this, I will let you know exactly how crazy it is and why you should never go down that rabbit hole. There's nothing to find there. Everything is already here. You can see it with your eyes. Like, let's see, what's the best way to put this? Have you ever flown? If not, what's the highest you've ever been? The highest peak you've ever climbed to? So I'm going to tell you now, I used to go climbing all the time, up mountains, and yeah, get to the top of the mountain and you look down and you go, I see the curvature, or it's flat. It looks like a blanket. Some places it does look like a blanket. You know why? Because you can only see so far. You can only see so far. You just can't see the distance that it is to catch the curvature. But I'll tell you now, we used to work on the water and I was able to see it while we were on the water. You could see the curvature. But again, it goes back to, it's up to you to see it. Go sailing, go on a cruise, something like that. You can see it then. Go hiking, go up a mountain. See if you can see it. If you can't, that's on you. They always do that when they come by. I don't know why. They feel like they gotta alert me that they're coming or they're going. Anyway, so to wrap this up, because I don't feel like sitting here talking too much, I want to drink my coffee that's right here, and I just wanted to reach for it this whole time and chug it. I feel like because I went down these rabbit holes when I was younger with my son, mind you, when he was, from the time he was born on up, I was like going through this whole conspiracy situation because I was kept in the dark about a lot of things my entire life, sheltered from the world my entire life. So when I had the ability to get my own technology, which is why I get my kids every bit of technology that they can handle. Anyway, when I was starting to go down this whole thing, I'll say, we won't get into what I think. Anyway, he started turning into a conspiracy nut at that time, and I had to find a way to reverse that. I made sure he had every bit of information I could get a hold of. His generation, unfortunately, it's weird, I know, for them, because they grew up with the technology, but they didn't. They got to see the first cell phones, kind of. Because you gotta remember, I was young when I had my son. I was 19 years old when I had my first child. So he got to see, he got to enjoy different things, because I think hold on. Now where was I before I was interrupted? I was talking about when I had my son, my first child. I was 19. I graduated in '01. And let me tell you, that was not a fun time. I had my whole future ahead of me. I had it all planned out. I knew what I was going to do. I was going to go to college. I was going to go to New York and get a job at one of the centers that was the Mahlers in September of that year. So my dreams just went out the window. I never got on a plane. Not because of that, but because I don't trust them now. After doing all my research over the years, I've seen what problems they've caused. and how easily they can go wrong. And it's not the same as it was. It used to be, you're more likely to have a car accident than die in a plane crash. Not anymore. Not anymore. Because they're being cheap about stuff. They didn't learn their lesson from the Titanic with the cheap steel. And how quickly it can fail. So you're up in the air, which is like being in the water. That up there is not, it's not water, but when you're flying, apparently it feels like you're in a boat at sea. And turbulence is like rough waves in the ocean tossing and turning your ship around. So, I mean, you should feel safer in an airplane with that happening versus being on a ship. Because on an airplane, you're completely covered. On a ship, you're not. But either way, I don't know if I feel safe with the cheap steel they use now. And the faulty parts that are being sold to them. It's like a Temu plane. Would you fly in a Temu plane? I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. Oh my gosh. I got off topic, but either way, the earth is not flat. That's what I'm trying to say. That they misread the book, the papers, the journal from Byrd. The map shows the ice walls around the island, not the planet. It's not an ice wall that just goes around the planet, okay? Granted, there's some old style maps that have that, but that's not what it is. There's also old style maps that have extra land masses that either were there at one point in time and because of the sea level rising are not there anymore, and some that were never actually there. They were guessing they should be there. They were hoping and praying that they were there. Now we have had some come back that were on those old maps when the sea level went down and the tops of them started to poke through a little bit, and then the sea level rose again. So we keep losing and getting back these islands, these land masses. This video did run a little long, but this is like a summary of what's gonna be to come. Because I'll get all the information together and I'll get the book, journal, whatever, clips that I can get together. The actual ones, not the rewritten ones. And include them in the other video that I'm gonna make. But this has got to stop. Y'all are gonna kill your brains. It's gotta hurt. It's got to hurt. Because my brain hurts just thinking about everything y'all are gonna go through. No matter what. Stay safe, stay healthy, especially up here. Love you, bye.